If you're looking for a relationship but they never seem to work, know that the ego has a hand in misfortune. So today, I'm going to guide you to remembering your abundance. Peace unto you. My name is Nadiie, and today is all about how to find your soulmate. Let us begin. At a foundation, you must understand oneness, okay? As it pertains to connections with other people, not just relationships, A.K.A. partnerships, connections, period. There are never going to be a pathway that is designed for success if you don't see yourself and the people that are on the pathway with you as well. You have to understand that oneness is basically an expression of connection on a soul level, but not individualism. It's uniqueness aligned with that connection between you and another. So it's like, listen, me and you are connected. We influence one another, but as it pertains to willing and solutions in our forefront, in our reality, it shall be unique. That is what oneness is. You have to see yourself in all that is great in order for you to be great, for it is a divine law that whatever you see is what you are. So if you can't possibly see something great in another, if you only see ratchetness, if you only see pain, if someone comes to you and they stink and you only smell the funk, then you have already put yourself in a position where the ego can manipulate you, because everyone is God's child and you must put on God's glasses in order for you to align yourself with abundance, because nothing of this world can provide you abundance. This world is full of suffering. So put on God's glasses, and you do this by aligning yourself with His prayer, A.K.A. divine statement, which is, God, guide me to seeing as you see, and so it is. And this is what's going to put you on the pathway of these lessons and forms of remembrance now. So the first technique that you can utilize and implement in your life today as it pertains to remembering who your soulmate is ask yourself formal questions. See, a lot of people don't ask themselves formal questions. They feel like they only are aligned with asking those questions to other people. But ask yourself, why am I important? What do I have to provide to the world, for the world, not even just for another person? Okay, what do I have to provide for the world? Usually I would tell people, ask yourself, what can I provide for myself? But you have to use the ego's laws against itself. The ego believes in separation. So let's play its game. You believe that there is other than ego. So what can I provide the world? See, God works in win-win scenarios. So if you say you have something to provide the world and you prove it perfect, that's okay. And if you say you don't, perfect. This world is an illusion. Who cares? See, God works in win-win scenarios. There is no win or loss with God. So that's why I said put on God's glasses first. Because if you've seen this with your eyes of two, with the eyes of ego, your ego will say, oh yeah, you say you don't got nothing to offer this world. You haven't done anything to support this planet in any way. Yeah, you're nothing. You're never going to find anyone. But God says, listen, my child, this world isn't so. You are that which is my abundance. So how could you ever feel anything of lack? See, you must say, okay, what do I have to provide for the world? You find your answer. Then you ask yourself, now what do I provide for myself? If you are at a stalemate, then that is your first barrier or obstacle, because you're never going to find someone that is aligned with abundance, because reality is based upon perception, one, and reality is a mirror. This world, this third dimension, is a mirror dimension. And I don't hear a lot of people talking about that. This world is a mirror dimension. So everything that is within you shall be reflected in the exterior world. See, people say the statement, as above, so below, but they only use that statement when it's convenient. See, they don't live by that statement constantly. See, as a master, you understand that as above, so below means as above, so below always. It's not just as above, so below. It's as above, so below always. So if you are embarking on a spiritual journey, know that you have completed it in the realms of spirit. I point out here, but it's actually in here. If you are on a pathway of remembering finances and being financially stable, know that as above, so below. The moment you step foot on that path, it's done in spirit. So don't say you're, going to be successful, or you're going to get this, or you're going to get that. The reason why people that manifest say these terms as if you have it now, it's because you do. And the more you say, I'm going to, all you're doing is saying, la, 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 higher self. I don't want to believe you. You say I have it, but I don't have it. I don't, no. You're just doing that to your higher self. So what do you think is going to happen? When someone does that to you, when someone is not listening to you in your physical world, when you're trying to have a potent and love conversation with someone, but they're being toxic, what do? You either shut down or you walk away. What do you think your higher self is going to do? See, you know yourself better than anyone. So your higher self is going to be like, oh, yep, I'll be on trash some days. Let me just give myself some time to reflect. And your higher self is timeless. So if it takes 10 years, it takes 10 years. So heed this call and get your stuff together. Ask yourself these questions and be okay with not knowing. See, not knowing is beautiful because your cup is now empty. See, humans in their ego wants to be like, I need to know, I need to have everything in order. No. This world is full of illusions. So if you think you have something in order, it's based upon what the world has told you. Well, if the world isn't so, then when you start to experience some spiritual experiences and you go through what people call ego death, you're going to realize everything that I've ever thought I've had, it wasn't there to begin with. Oh, my life is literally fickle. My life is literally on foundations of toothpicks. Really feathers. That's why we say it's okay to not know. Your cup is empty, and now you gracefully bring forth the divine statements, A.K.A. prayers, that ask God to guide you to seeing as it sees, and basically align yourself with God's will. I say I am the embodiment of God's will. I say refer to each other not as brother or sister, but as God's will. Hey, God's will, how you doing? See, this is literally shifting your consciousness into an abundant consciousness. Because remember, the world is reflecting to you who you are. You're never going to find a partner if you're messed up in here. See, stop trying to, shoot up, as they say. Stop trying to get someone that's rich when you're broke. The world only matches you. If you have a broke mentality, because you can never be broke, for you are that which is God's abundance. How could you ever be broke? That is only limitations you place upon yourself. Because you can literally, and this is how you prove this, you can go to the hood, I'm talking about the boonies, all of it, and see people living their best life. They don't care about how much money they don't have. They focus on what they do have, and they thrive based upon what they know. The stuff that is out of their control, they don't care about. That should be an indicator that, okay, money isn't what I thought it was. Oh, and my mind state is far more important than anything of this world. It's your mind state. So all you're doing is attracting who you are. If you see someone and you say, ooh, they look nice, and you're only basing it off of physicality, you're not shifting your mind state. You're not seeing them as God's child. So what you shall get is something of this world. So y'all are not asking for holy relationships. You're asking for things of this world. So shift your perspective. When you see someone that looks pretty, when you see someone that looks handsome, try your absolute best to put on God's glasses and see them as God's child. See them as that which is holy. Because even if they don't affirm it for themselves, your sight is powerful. That's why dark beings and dark agendas rely on you seeing their war and their pain, because they can't affirm that that is so. Only you can. If you shift your perspective and basically change your whole ideology of self, then you will attract something that serves for you. This is how you find your soulmate. If you're interested in getting a one-on-one session with me, click the link in the bio. and we'll definitely discuss some further tangible techniques for you to integrate. And if you're interested in joining our mystery school, DM me and I'll give you our free 3-day course, because if you aren't willing to dedicate at least 3 days to God, why are you trying to join a mystery school? With that, we say welcome home.